show you the Intertwine feature in Adobe Illustrator. This is such a fun feature, especially for monograms and text, but it can also work with designs. So think about like crosshatch designs that you want to weave in and out of each other, etc. So what does this do? I'm using my ribbons monogram font that looks like these little ribbons. I'll link in the description for you. And it looks like the S and P are overlapping each other in a nice, cool way. But what happens when we suddenly change the colors? We realize that the S is just behind the P. So whatever I want to make it look like the ribbon is kind of flowing in and out between the two letters. That's where the intertwine feature comes in. I will highlight both these letters. They are still editable as text. You don't have to outline them first. And I will click Object Intertwine and we'll click Make. Now we have this lasso here. So I'm going to select any of the pieces and you can see how it kind of turns into this little gray area. But I'll just circle any of these pieces or click the little gray areas of anything that I want to intertwine. So I'm just going to click on that one. We'll just do one intertwine on this because then it looks like the S is going over the P and then filling in under the P. And what's cool is that this is technically still editable. It's not necessarily going to work super well because it gets confused. But if you do something where you have very similar construction to the letter, it could still work. So I'm going to change this to an R, and it did still work because there's very similar construction in that intertwine space. But if I change this to like a W, it's not really going to do anything, or it might start to get confused. As you see here, the intertwine area is confused. So we'll just keep it as a P. A more extreme example would be if we want to do something that overlapped a bunch, like this. I'm going to select everything, click Object, Intertwine, Make, and then we will kind of follow what we want to overlap. So I'll start over here. I think this section can overlap. And then with this R, we want it to go maybe under the E and then over the B and kind of through there. That looks really cool. Again, following this R, maybe we have it go over this R, under here, over, under, and then come back through. Here we are, and over, and then an under, and then I'll go over this tiny little section here as well. Let's see this L. Let's go over this section, under, over, under, over, under, and then over. You don't have to do an over-under pattern, but it is one that kind of makes it feel like it's weaving, and I think that's oftentimes the look that we're going for when we do this. So how cute is that? You just get a little of that extra polish that makes it look like all of this is intertwining in a really cohesive way. Again, you can change the letters and everything. You might get some wonkiness, so I would often recommend starting over. You can always just go back to intertwine and click release, or you can edit. So if you decide you wanted one of these to start in a different place, you can click edit, and then you'll just get that lasso again. You just lasso any of the sections you want to edit, and it will switch them up. Let's change all of these to the opposite. Super easy, and it's all kind of one intertwine object now. So when you select it, it will be pretty much grouped together. I love using this tool for monograms as well as names and logos. I think it could be really fun for any kind of crosshatch gingham style design that's really popular these days. I also think as an invitation designer, it would be really fun to try with the bride and groom's names. Do something that's really feminine, something that's masculine, and make them interweave to symbolize the marriage. Let me know what questions you have about using this intertwine tool, and if you're interested in getting started in Adobe Illustrator, I do have a free class that you can take. I'll link it in the description of this video. Thanks everyone!